This next story I'm about to tell you about is kind of a sticky one. Now, it took place in Tampa, Florida in June of this year, where a black woman was beaten all over her body by a white man that lived somewhere in the neighborhood. It is said that Demetra Kaye was watering her lawn as Terrence K. Wolf walked by with his dog. Now, it sounds like it's not the first time that he has walked by and allowed his dog to urinate on her lawn, which was the point of contention, right? She didn't like that. It sounds like she told him repeatedly, hey, do not allow your dog to urinate on my lawn. He didn't care. Let the dog do it anyway. So as she was watering the lawn, I guess she watered Terrence's feet and wet the dog, and then Terrence, for whatever reason, had a metal pole in his hand, and he beat her all over for, several seconds. That was long enough to leave her black and blue all over her body. Now, of course, the police was called there in Tampa, and the police says, well, there's just not enough here because we're getting conflicting testimony, if you will, from Demetra and Terrence. And it sounds like there was another neighbor who saw it and really couldn't say who was at fault, for lack of better words. And so again, he is free to roam about the community. Demetra has caught him on her camera surveillance, walking by her house, taking pictures, even after he beat her with that metal rod. Okay. Now, he is wanting to sue Demetra because he says she battered him when she wet him with a water hose. Now, some people are probably thinking, well, battery is like, you really sock it to somebody. Not necessarily. Battery is really just a simple, unwanted touching of another person. And even something as a water hose with water coming out of it is considered battery because that water hose is an extension of you, right? So technically, he could sue her for battery. But then the law also says that you cannot exchange more force than the person who, let's say, wet you with water, right? So you have to exchange equal amount of force, which Terrence clearly did not do, right? The metal rod is a lot more powerful than water, unless you're drowning or something, right? Which doesn't sound like his feet was drowning, nor was the dog. Now, okay, there's some people who are saying, well, maybe they both need to be arrested until it's sorted out. And I think that probably makes the most sense. But most definitely, that man cannot be free after he did what he did to that woman. But again, in Florida, especially in Tampa, where they said the police really just be turning a blind eye to things that white people do around there, I guess that's not really surprising that they're doing it. But there's a videotape of the man doing it, which we didn't show you here because it's kind of brutal. Y'all want to see it, y'all can watch it yourself. So that's evidence that he at least exchanged more force than she exchanged. But let me say this, okay? Because I'm one of those people I like to just administer some common sense to situations. Sisters, women, if you find yourself in a situation like that, do not wet people or do anything that's going to put you in danger. Because you saw the man had a metal pole in his hand. Did you think he wasn't going to use it? Maybe you did. I don't know. But you can't wet up people's feet. I know what he did is annoying. I'm not saying he's right, but you can't wet up people's feet and think he just going, oh, okay, well, since you put it that way, I'm going to go about my business. I would have assumed that he was a little bit off when I saw him with that metal pole. Now, I know a lot of times people, when they go walking, they have a stick or something for protection. But in his mind, his very racist mind, I might add, he might thought he needed to protect himself from you wetting him. Don't do that. Keep making complaints. Or at the very least, have your very big husband or your boyfriend or your brother, your uncle, a neighbor, a friend, somebody standing in the yard with you next time he walks by, just for appearance sakes, at the very least, right? But don't take it upon yourself to try to, deal with people like that. Because I know she wasn't anticipating that. And I'm one of those people, I think he should be locked up. Because he could have killed that lady. But there he is, get to walk by her house even after he did that to her, knowing that he has not paid for what he's done. He needs to pay. Because had it been the other way around, the Tampa Bay police officer there, they wouldn't have taken that much time. And again, that happened in June. They wouldn't have taken that much time to go gaffle her up. She would have gotten picked up immediately and been sentenced already. But a white man, he feels free to walk about the community after he did that to that black woman. So anyway, y'all tell me what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube.